So the Carolina Panthers had to know that the Washington Redskins were going to come into today's game being desperate for a win after they were thoroughly embarrassed on Monday Night Football by the New Orleans Saints. So in this video, I'm going to talk about what exactly happened in the game and break down 3 key takeaways for the Carolina Panthers. And we're starting right now. What up, though? What's up, everybody? It's Aaron Duncan here with the Necessary Bluntness Sports Talk, man. You guys already know what it is. The channel where I might not tell you what you want to hear, but I'm definitely going to tell you what you need to hear. On this channel, I give recap and analysis of the best division in the NFL, the NFC South. So if you want to see more videos about the Bucs, the Panthers, the Saints, or the Falcons, you got to go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. Do it right now. Get a video a thumbs up, too, while you're at it. But hey, real quick, down below in the comments, the question of the day, let me know your thoughts about the game. What did you think about DJ Moore? How do you think they should handle him going forward? I know they've been trying to bring him on, give him a little bit more stuff to handle in the offense in a bigger role, but it seemed like he was pressing a little bit too much today and he made a lot of mistakes. So how do you think they should handle his situation going forward? Let me know down below in the comments. So the first thing that I noticed about this game today was Ron Rivera's lack of aggression early in the football game. So, of course, the Panthers received the opening kickoff, and they moved the ball a little bit early on with the run game. You could tell they really wanted to establish that and get things going. There was a key scenario about midfield on 4th and 1 that the Panthers kind of were waddling about what were they going to do, and they ended up punting the ball. And this was shocking to me because Ron Rivera has earned a nickname as Riverboat Ron early on in his career, and for him to punt at midfield in a game where you're on the road, when you need to establish some momentum, it was kind of surprising to me because he's just never really been that conservative. Most people have noticed in the NFL the way it's changing that a lot of coaches in the league now are being a lot more aggressive when it comes to these 4th down scenarios. They're playing the percentages and they're going for it. Guys like Sean McVay, and we saw Coach Peterson last year with the Eagles lead their team to victory in the Super Bowl because of going forward on 4th down the line and just playing the odds, because a lot of times when you convert those, they can make or break your team because the amount of time you're taking off the clock, the spark and the momentum that it builds up for your team, and a bunch of different stuff and the confidence that you are putting in the offense. And Ron Rivera, I'm not sure what he was thinking because, I mean, I know they tried to go for it on 3rd down, but they were just a tad bit short. But if only the Panthers had a 6'5", 250-pound quarterback that can run like a deer. But, oh, yeah, they do have that guy. His name is Cam Newton, and he's made for these scenarios. This is why he became the guy Riverboat Ron, because he has Cam Newton. Cam Newton can fall forward for a yard in the NFL these days, and it seemed like it could have been a layup. And after they punted the ball, which is kind of a bonehead play by DJ Moore on down in the punt close to the goal line, it ended up being a touchback, and the Panthers only ended up gaining 25 yards of that scenario. And the Redskins ended up scoring on the following drive after going forward on the 4th down to keep their drive moving. And you can really tell that it really helped them build some momentum and confidence against our defense, who is pretty highly touted. However, they've struggled in certain spots this year. It was just wild to me to see how Jay Gruden actually made more aggressive moves than Ron Rivera in this scenario. Ron Rivera is a 2-time Coach of the Year. He's usually better about handling these situations, like I said, on the road. You kind of have to garner your own energy and momentum because you don't have the crowd to get behind you to press you on. There was some dry spots for the Carolina offense at times because they just couldn't put drives together initially and couldn't get the momentum going. They moved the ball a little bit. They just couldn't finish it. But I think that early spark in the first drive to make a statement and put points on the board would have been huge. The second thing I noticed is how much of DJ Moore that we saw and how little of Curtis Samuel that we saw after he had a beast mode game last week. Because if we're still riding the hype train about DJ Moore being our new toy and our first round pick in the offense, it wasn't really a good day for us, guys, because he put the ball on the ground twice, and like I mentioned before, he had a chance to down a punt after we punted on the first drive. He kind of just ran by it and didn't even see it and make a play on it, and it was kind of like, okay, what are you doing, dude? You're down there by yourself. Why are you not making a play on that ball? It was huge in that scenario. And I know they've been talking about ever since the Atlanta game where DJ Moore struck out for 51 yards that they've been trying to ingratiate him more in the offense and get him more involved and bring him on as much as possible because they tried to bring him on slow, but now they want to force feed him a little bit more. But today, he fumbled twice, and it seemed like they wanted to keep confidence in him, which what Ron Rivera said. However, it gets to a certain point where you have enough weapons where you can count on other guys like Curtis Samuel. And those 2 turnovers by DJ Moore plus the 1 interception by Cam Newton ended up being a big difference in the game because they got 10 points off those turnovers. The Panthers only ended up losing by 6 points down the stretch, even though they had a chance with the ball at the end of the game. However, you can't dig a hole like that against anybody in the NFL and expect to have a chance to win, especially when it's on the road. But back to Curtis Samuel, what happened to him? I know last week, like I said, he had a whirly bird, twirling, whatever you want to call it, beast mode type of screen catch, and we expect to see a lot more of him. Yes, he started on kick return, but I don't think he got a snap on offense. I know he definitely didn't get a target because he wasn't on the stat sheet, so I'm not sure what was going on with the game plan. I know this guy just came back from heart procedure last week, but he made plays last week. I expected him to get more involved and be a little bit more of a factor, and he really wasn't. It just seems like we have a bunch of good guys at receiver that we just don't know how to incorporate everybody and put the right ingredients and right mix together. I was happy with the production from the wide receivers today, but I still would have liked to see Curtis Samuel get involved a little bit more after DJ Moore made those 2 early mistakes. Or DJ Moore made a few plays. However, he was trying to do too much at times, and you don't want to press. And going forward, the question would be, how does Norv Turner and the wide receivers coach ingratiate everybody together and put the right recipe and mix ingredients of wide receivers with speed and size and catching ability and yards at the catch ability together to give the offense the best chance to succeed? And the third takeaway from today is how solid Greg Olsen and Thomas Davis look. Yes, Greg Olsen, he had a drop early on in the game. He kind of looked a little bit hesitant out there at times. And when he made some catches and made some plays, I like what I saw from Greg so far. He seemed to mesh well with the offense going in. And I know Cam tried to find it. Once he realized that he wasn't passing into Greg Olsen that much, he tried to make an effort to get the ball to his guy. However, I was nervous every time that Greg Olsen got tackled because he looked like he was getting up slow. He was making a little bit of faces like he was in some pain. I'm not exactly sure if he was trying to play through something or if it's actually 100%. He's just used to getting tackled again. I don't know, though. So I'll look into the report and see how he does, see how his body responds, see what Ron Rivera says about how he feels tomorrow. So we'll see about how Greg Olsen is going forward. I know defensively we were all happy to see Thomas Davis come back. He made an early play in the drive where he broke up a pass against Jordan Reed and another one on 4th down to help get us the ball back later in the game. And it was beautiful to see, man, the mayor of Charlotte back in there. It was good. I mean, he made plays when the opportunities were there. I think everybody expected for the defensive run woes to be cured once Thomas Davis came back. Sadly, that wasn't the case, guys, because we gave up 120 plus to Adrian Peterson. I know it's been a while. It's only been one guy in the past 20 or so games that has gotten 100 yards on the Panthers offense, and that was Ezekiel Elliott. However, the ageless freak of nature, the ageless wonder, Adrian Peterson changed that and put his name on that list. There were a lot of missed tackles in this game. It seemed like the energy was very low. But like I said, you got to be more confident with Thomas Davis in there. He was there making plays. He's smarter. He's the energy guy. He makes some impact plays all the time. He makes impact hits. He's just an impact player. I know him and Shaq Thompson rotate a little bit just because they want to ingratiate Shaq into Thomas Davis's role whenever Thomas retires. Not to mention Thomas Davis is probably not in great football shape, even though he's been out and working out. Football shape and running around and tackling guys is a lot different. So they want to bring him on slow, especially since he's an older guy, just to make sure that he's okay for the long haul. So my final thoughts on the game are just like this. 3 turnovers in the first half is just way too big of a hole that even Cam Newton, the offense, and the defense couldn't dig themselves out of, even though they had the chance. You got to be satisfied that they actually had the ball with a chance to win the game at the end, and it just didn't go their way this time because you had to work extra hard to get out of the hole that you dug for yourself in the beginning. Defensively, I'm not satisfied with those guys. There needs to be a lot more communication in the secondary. There were some blown coverages. I like what they did in man coverage today. However, when playing zone between Eric Reed and some of the other DBs, there was a little bit of confusion back there, and Alex Smith did pretty decent. I know the numbers will show that they had less than 300 yards total offense. That's because they ran the ball a lot and they did ball control. They pretty much beat Carolina at their own game, and you can kind of tell that Carolina got out of their game because once they got down, they pretty much abandoned the run. However, the pass was successful, but you still want to maintain a little balance, but it is what it is going forward. But like I said, you guys let me know down below in the comments what you thought about the game. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Always make sure you subscribe to the channel to get the latest and the best analysis of the best division in the NFL, the NFC South. So without further ado, I'm Aaron Duncan signing off for Necessary Bluntness. I'll see you next time.